There's a race going on. There is a race happening right now. Every minute of every day, there is a race. What is the race for? We find ourselves in a sprint, or maybe it's a mile run, or maybe it is a marathon. But there's always a race going on, whether it's in our mindset or our physical body, or just trying to be happy, healthy, and wealthy. Whatever we're doing out there in life, we have a race going. And you know what? A lot of times we don't look back at the fables, look back at the nursery rhymes and the different things that were actually created to teach children a lesson. But when we get older, we tend to not even think about those. And how many of us out there have recited any of the Aesop's fables to our children as they were growing up? You know, the one I love the best, and this is one that has always hit home for me, and I'm going to explain this a little bit more for you today because it's the tortoise and the hare. And the tortoise and the hare is actually a life lesson if you look at it the right way. It's not a battle of, the fastest and the slowest, and it's a battle of mindset. And as children, we don't seem to know that or feel that because we're not in that frame of mind at that point in our lives. So when you look at a fable that has been out there and it's maybe taking you on a different path, or maybe there's a lesson in there that you can learn if you just take a minute and listen and learn and look at what the dynamics are of it. And I always like to use a fixed mindset or a growth mindset as a metaphor, as a focal point. So when you're learning and growing habits or daily routines, you know, I always like to tell myself, and as I'm doing this, I'm challenging me. I'm challenging myself. And I never sit back and just wait for something to happen. I always look at anything I'm doing, whether it be a failure, if it is a success story I'm doing, or is it the failure is causing me to move forward? It just depends on where my mindset is. And mindsets change throughout the day. That's a given. But there's actually two sets of mindset that give us either the dynamic that we need to go and to conquer the world as the tortoise and the hare, and there is the growth mindset. And you kind of know where this is going by this, right? I mean, think about it. Okay, let's start out with the fixed mindset. The fixed mindset person, this is a person whose mindset at any point, given point, is in this frame of mind, is in this set, is I'm either good at it or I'm not, right? When I'm frustrated, I give up. Now, if you can relate to any of this, then acknowledge it. Say yes. You're acknowledging that that's where you're at in your mindset. Okay, I don't like challenges. I fail and know I'm no good. If I succeed, I feel threatened to move forward. And with that one, what I meant by that one is a lot of times people feel that if they succeed at something, that they're going to lose their friends or someone's going to make fun of them for being smart or for moving forward, or they get put down, they put themselves down. If that's you, say yes. My skills determine my life now. That's a given for any genre, any platform you want to go on. The skills you have right now will determine your life right now. But if you're in that mindset and you're in a fixed mindset, you may think, and that mindset will think, well, this is as far as I can go because this is all the skills I have. I can't go any further than this because I don't have any more skills. That's where that mindset will stop you in your tracks. And then the last part of this fixed mindset is tell me I'm smart so I can go forward. That's a mindset where if the person doesn't have constant encouragement that they're great, that they're doing fabulous, that they're moving along, that they need encouragement, they need someone to tell them to go, that is part of the fixed mindset. And just remember that a fixed mindset won't allow for growth. The fixed mindset means you're going to stay right where you're at. The mindset needs a constant approval from others. If this is you, say, yes, this is me. So now you know as you're doing this. The mind's the mind limits the self. This is the fixed mindset where your mind will limit you on what you can do. You will not allow yourself to learn what you need to do. You will not allow yourself to make the failures you need to may have. And your mind will not allow you to go on. That's part of the subconscious mind and it's part of the conscious mind. So that is a fixed mindset. And if you are in any one of those that you said yes to, then maybe you're in the middle, you're half and half of a fixed and a growth. That's a possibility also. But be true to yourself. If you said yes to any of these, then you have a fixed mindset. This could also be a limiting belief. So then you will know that that is a limiting belief and you can get rid of it. Just dissolve it, transmute it. Definitely transmute it fast. So the next is a growth mindset. And in a growth mindset, which means you're moving forward, you're aggressive, you're constantly going. So a growth mindset is the mind is open to learn new skills needed. If this is you, say yes. The mind uses failure as a tool to be successful. Mistakes are stepping stones for me. Enjoying the process of growth in life and all you are doing. If you can say yes to any one of these, then you have a growth mindset. Now, like I was saying, there is a catch to this. So keep in mind, winners need discipline in life. This is how I succeed. If you want to be a winner in life, in anything you do, then you have to have discipline. Discipline in your daily activities, discipline in health, discipline in getting your wealth, discipline in being happy, discipline in learning. Granted, when we start out in any new process or any new prospect or any new thing we're doing, we may not have the skills we need to do that job or to do that task. And that's okay because that's why we can learn the skills we need. Because learning new skills daily or learning what I need to know every day, I need to win. I need to succeed. I have to learn the skills that will take me to that frame, to that path. That seems so simple, doesn't it? And actually, guys, it is because it just depends on your mindset. Because when you look at the fixed mindset and the growth mindset, you can have both. You can have both. I'm not saying you have to have one or the other, because if you have a fixed mindset in one area, especially where money is concerned, that is a limiting belief. Or maybe you have a fixed mindset of needing encouragement because you always were put down. You were always put down as a child. You always had a bad time at school and nobody liked you or whatever it was. If you have a fixed mindset about that, that is a limiting belief. That can be corrected. That can be transmuted, which means you're going to release it and get it gone. And turn it into a growth mindset. When you get rid of something that's that big and that's that big of a boulder holding you down, when you do that and you get in that tune and you're like, okay, I don't need this anymore. This is going away. I'm going to replace it with, I don't need anyone to tell me how great I am. I know I'm great. I know I'm doing this. I know I'm wealthy. I know I'm healthy. I know I'm happy. There you go. Growth mindset. So you can have both mindsets at the same time, in the same day, just at different times. You can't have them both at the same time because positive and negative can't live in the same body at the same moment in time. So if you have a growth mindset that is launching you forward and you're always on tune, you're always moving that way, fantastic. Help the people that don't have that. Teach, learn, prosper. Keep going. If you have a little bit of negative in there, a little bit of fixed mindset, those can be released. If you need help with that, let us know. If you need skills, if you need training, if you need anything in any step, why wait? Always invest in myself. I always invest in myself first and foremost, because I know if I go to that course, if I go to that seminar, if I go do that, granted, maybe if I was going to spend thousands of dollars, if I walk away with one gold nugget, if I walk away with one system, if one strategy, one way to speak differently, or one way to do something differently that's going to make me wealthy, I've, I've paid for it in itself over and over again. So never be afraid to invest in yourself, no matter what you're doing or no matter what's going on. You are the most important you can be. Invest in yourself every day, whether it be money or time or whatever it is. Buy that course, get that training, even if it's only $1. Do you know $1 course can be the most lucrative because they're giving it away to help you, not because it's not worthwhile, but because it's there to help you. And when we give something away like that and we're there to help you, don't you think it'd be a good idea to take advantage of that? I think so too. Okay, guys, I will have a chat with you later. And again, a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, you may have both. Let's see which one is prominent, which one is the best for you. Okay, I look forward to hearing your returns. Talk to you later.